know why I keep trying to grab it. Don't even need it anymore, but I just really want to touch it. I have no problem. I just want to feel the power coursing through my veins. It's not really power, though. It's more of just speed, I guess. Nope, couldn't grab it. I'm terrible at platforming. But I also want to keep moving the camera in ways that this camera does not move. This is like this. Who put these here? Don't know if there's a way to hurt you. Oh, I had to double check to make sure he didn't have a power cell. You never know with these things. It's like, this creature has it. It jumped, but I guess I'll burn. I fucking suck. Might be more things hidden, especially under the water. I don't know, but I'd rather explore if there's a way to turn this shit off. How to miss every egg. Okay, not what I wanted. Thank you. I wish I could look down. Can't tell if there's something important down there other than someone stomping around. There's a way. Hold on a second. I got this. Be a bunch of assholes. Doesn't look like anything else important. Now that you had the brief tutorial on how these platforms work in that little room, figure it out yourself. In that thing. That one's up there. That's free. Oh god, I have to follow it. I wasn't ready for this. I was ready to just free him and be on my merry way. Nope. Not happening. I couldn't jump it the way I wanted. Forgive me. I'm a failure. Thanks for the try again sound. It's like, you fucking failure. Game over. I'll just do it myself. Okay, I'll take damage for the damn thing. Honestly, it might be better for me to die, because I have... Oh, well, no, never mind. I figured it out. I was like, it might be better off dying, so I know how to get back to the top, but I know how to get back now. one might be the easiest is that power cell. The other one, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to be more of a pain in the ass to follow for the bugs. Wait on this thing. God damn it. Go, my tube. Failure awaits me. Damn it. Pure disadvantage. Give me that damn thing. It's mine. Booyah. Doesn't mean we're done. Got more to go. This might be bad because I might actually need that other thing. But this will just help me see where the hell it's going. Figures, but I can't get to it in time. Right, I'm gonna need to bring my fucking thing back over here that got teleported away from me. Oh, I might die here. Remember, it was a good life. It's not like a severe penalty for dying. Having to run back. Yellow one spits out over here. The other one's over there. Shouldn't be too hard to get to. As long as this thing doesn't fucking run away from me again. Nose keeps running. It's so cold. Got it. Gotta set it up for over there. I think that I would assume that's where the next one's going. 6, and I'll be one off from getting the next power cell. Go, little bug, robot fly thing. Where'd it go? I wanted to double jump. Still haven't quite grasped double jumping, because even though it should just be the 2 buttons, sometimes it doesn't listen to me. There, I haven't been there yet. Center. Around. We've gotten so far. Jesus Christ, we still gotta raise the chamber, get the scout flies, and all the other unknown things. I Again, I don't know. Like, I assume there's only 100 because it says I've collected X amount out of 100. So, like, 48 out of 100. So, I assume there's only 100. So, if I do 100 for the ending, kind of bad news for me. Know where I'm going next. What's happening? Now watch out, this thing's got its these tipping platforms. They're so fun. Yeah. Oh God. I don't even know how to begin. Get tired. I got it now. Doesn't look like fun. Are you guys strong enough to break this? Alright, it was good talking to you. Sweet talk. Don't quite understand the swirl, if that just means goodbye me. Or it just speeds me up, I guess. Can't believe that worked. I'm almost dead. You'd be wondering yourself, does he know what he's doing? Fuck no, I'm out of time. Gotta go fast. I'm in a never-ending pool of twirling torment. Oh, okay. This way. Well, they don't even give a shit about me, and to be honest, that's like everybody else, so no different here. Power chords. We're on a timer. I don't want to go on these things. I hate them. Oh, damn it, I was almost a good try. Oh, God damn it. What such unfortunate timing.
How about we take it easy on those hot pipes?
I thought we'd relax. You know, stay a while and listen. This at all. I don't know why he jumped off. I had a grip. Hey, God. Tell me the secret code. That spin technique to keep me up in the air do anything for you? That turn you on? Oh, I see what's happening. Aha! But I'm too accidentally smart for this. Almost done. Almost done with the game. 50. It's gonna get only more harder and pain in my ass. Go home. Lol, smart, yeah. DK's been around too long now to realize it. Not that he ever believed it to begin with. I don't think anybody who starts watching the stream believes I'm smart. Maybe if they watch Judgment, because I piece things together pretty well, even with and without a guide, of course. Sometimes I have to with a guide, and other times I just figure it out. Even if the writing's predictable. I just seem like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You like that? Does that do anything for you? Right over there. Maybe we come out of that. I don't know. It's horrible. All the audio's fucking up in the game again. I can't do anything about that. Now fixed. It's so weird. Just like crackles randomly. It's not my Elgato, because it only happens with this game. Jesus. What am I even doing? Believe it or not, that's not where I wanted to roll, but it's okay. Sometimes in life you just roll in different directions. You never know where you're going. I think that's the way to raise it, but either way I'll do it, and I'm coming right back into this shit. I better be able to come back.
Wow! You raised a piece of the underwater ruins to the surface. It seems you can use eco in ways we've never seen before.
No.
A power cell surfaced with the room. Climb up there and get it.
Remember the whole smart talk we had? Let's forget about it. There's that thing over there. Get up there. Why couldn't it be a little closer? Oh, God damn it. I can't tell if I should be able to make the jump, according to the game. It's just all in, like, the precision of the jump. Hate it. Because, of course, there's no corners for that one to grab on. I hate this. Being fucked with. Yeah, we get it, DK. You're smart. And you think of things that I forget about within 2 seconds. Alright? Stop mocking me. This is why I question why you watch this stream. How can you handle such stupidity constantly, day in and day out? I could swim over there, but I feel like I'm gonna get attacked by the thing if I do. But you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Nope, the fish is gonna eat me first. I was just really greedy and I wanted that over there. Because memes. There's not enough. There's not enough to satisfy your... to dealing with the stupidity. I can't even speak. Hell, I barely can navigate through the menu sometimes. themes here. I'm not even funny. Okay, this is Boggy Swamp. Not get ahead of ourselves. We still got shit to do in other areas first. That's to go up there to deal with him.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder.
This is all like, okay.
Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait! I'll stay here and protect Kira. Jack, I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic of you.
You know, I'm just gonna go with you. Just to a different area. I was just making sure it didn't have like a fly or something up here. Take a sip of water before we fight this sumbitch. And this fucking place is a different location. God damn it. Yeah, I'm happy for it. There's a lot of options for it shows, you know, the Game Awards stuff. Isn't the Game Awards that they usually stream happening in December? I can't remember. Or it already happened later. I thought it was later in the month we do that. Usually we used to be able to co-stream it and stuff, like at least one of the Game Awards. I'll fight you in a minute, bud. Not ready for this. Ghost of Tsushima was solid. I had a lot of fun with it. I can understand if The Last of Us Part 2 did. It's all personal preference at this point. I really don't get that mad if whoever wins. I definitely think, like, when it comes to, like, gameplay-wise, Last of Us 2 was solid in a sense, but story, writing-wise, too many holes and flaws for it to win it. I think it could win other awards, you know, like a solid sound design or something like that.
Ain't so bad.
But wonder if the box, I bet there's, wouldn't be surprised if there's a fly thing up where I forgot, right in the beginning area.
Nasty lurkers.
But Tsushima was solid. I don't know, it's hard for this year because there's like a couple things, maybe it's just dumb of me to think, that don't quite push it to Game of the Year candidate. I feel like Tsushima was solid, but there's definitely like some things I feel like that were missing that could have pushed it further. But then again, that's just my take on it. I feel like it's just something, I'm not sure what, that it could be missing, but it's still a solid game. To be honest, I think out of the choices I've heard for some of them, Animal Crossing isn't really a game that's like, it's a fun and amazing game, but not a game of the year. Yeah, but you also really just don't like The Last of Us Part 2. It is an opinion based. I think it had some good designs, maybe not as better as what has been listed. Again, it depends on which award show we're watching or looking at, because some are different than others for whoever gives out the awards. I haven't really looked. I haven't looked at all of it. I just saw the Game of the Year was what, Doom Eternal for the... It was Doom Eternal, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake was on there, and Animal Crossing. And I'm nothing against Final Fantasy. It's been a fun time. I just don't feel like a remake should be, you know, remake of an older game should be I just don't feel a remake is something that should be Game of the Year. I feel like a remake category, if there's a, you know, I don't know. Feels a little unfair, but at the same time, it is completely rewritten, so I guess there's, you know, reasons to say that it deserves it. I didn't hate the characters. I liked the characters in The Last of Us Part 2. They just were written poorly. I just didn't feel attached. Like, I could have liked any of these guys. The problem is that they didn't bother to write in a lot of the emotional stuff. They definitely skimped out on certain parts of the story that would have worked to their benefits if they would have wrote in more of the stuff, but they didn't. And, you know, overall the story was okay. It just could have, again, it needed that extra explanation. Like I said, I feel like The Last of Us Part 2 was a part that should have been Part 3. It should have been, now, is the audio accent up there? No. It should have been a Part 3. There should have been a second game that introduced all these characters and had more time spent with them to flesh out. Instead, it just felt a little too rushed, and it just felt rushed. It just felt like I didn't have that much of an attachment to a lot of the characters. Yeah, I'm very just open. I don't have that much hate towards all that stuff. So to me, when I look at it, it's the design. They opened up and took what worked with them in the first one, and it opened it up a little bit more. It still kept the same gameplay mechanics, but they boosted up the brutality, which I actually really liked. The voice acting, I actually really thought it was solid for most of the voice acting. Again, I can't really say bad voice acting or anything when they have to go off a script. So it's like if the writing just was a little all over and spotty, and at times for that stuff. The music, there was some music there, but not enough to really, for me to be anything memorable. And how you doing, Mud Tanner? Yeah, I had no problem with Abby, as much hate as there was for her. I think the only problem was that it was just too much I see this coming. Like, the whole playing Ellie Abby part in before and after scenes made it very just uninteresting at times, because you knew what was going to happen, because you played it as Ellie and then went to Abby. They should have just, like, went dark with certain parts and then switched it over, but we had already known what was going to happen. So when you got to Abby's part, it was, like, cool learning about her. Then it was just a lot of been there, done that.
I got a bad feeling about this.
And it didn't look like a friendly button.
The dark eco is rising!
Like I said, I don't think the game's a masterpiece. I don't think it's perfect. But I don't think there's... It definitely were issues. And it's not as good as other games that have released. But and it's not like revolutionary game breaking. I think the writers did an interesting idea that did not give, like, they really wanted to go a route that didn't give you the satisfying, like, ending as like a lot of games do, but they went about it in all the weird ways of shock factor.
Stretcher? Yuck. Revenant?
Shock factors and just a lot of other stuff that just was unnecessary, and a lot of shoe-in characters that could have been written in more. And a romance that felt more like a fling than it did a romance. And it told a pretty decent, a decent story about the cycle of revenge and how just it kept continuing, and Ellie finally stopped it. Again, it's also disappointing because a lot of people wanted the Joel Ellie longer, like, after that. I think people wanted to see more of whatever Joel and Ellie go through after all his consequences. And I feel like if we got to see all the consequences, everything he made, and seen all these characters with Tommy in another, like, issue, I think it would have been fine. This game would have worked out fine. I keep fucking this up. It would have worked out fine for, if this Last of Us game was a third game. Flesh out the characters a little bit more, like, work it out, and not feel so rushed because it was a middle game in between. It would have worked out fine. It just felt just a little too rushed, and just too many scenes that will make you think back, like, remember this game? And it's like, oh yeah, the one with this scene that was just more of a shock value than anything. Like I said, everybody, to each their own. I don't have that big of a hate for it. I didn't think the game was that bad. I had fun for my time when I played it. But if anything, like, I'll respect the cinematics to an extent, and the gameplay was fun. Even if it was a basic third-person shooter, I like that they went the extra step with gore of, like, headshots and everything feeling so impactful. It was definitely a big improvement from the first one, for the gameplay-wise. Oh, we actually got them all. We're done here, right? Well, fuck me. Makes my life easier. I was like, man, we are not close to done. I kept thinking we had more to do here. Can't remember if down here was the switch to get me out of here or not. Ouch. Come on, if any game deserves the Game of the Year award for anything that's come out, it should be that Fast and Furious game that came out that I would have totally have bought if it wasn't a full $60 game and I was still working a job. Because when that game was talked about, I think at the last game of the Game Awards show, I was like, I'm buying this. I said that to John. I was like, I'm totally gonna get it. But then as it got more more of it was shown, and it was $60, and I think even more so for like the extra deluxe and all that shit. I was like, fuck no. I never even got to see much gameplay on it because one of the streamers I watched, he went to play it and then it crashed in like 15 minutes. So I never even actually got to see any gameplay. Really, because it was just a lot of cutscenes that looked like from something out of the 360. And I was like, man, damn it. Now it's just affording these Oracle orbs. I totally would have gotten it, but like I said, I'll wait till that game goes on sale for like $6 or less. And Fast and Furious 18, fastest. Fastiest. But out of all the things that I saw for the Game Awards, I think it was what, like I said, Doom, Final Fantasy VII Remastered, Last of Us 2, Animal Crossing, and things like that. Ghost of Tsushima. Nothing against it. I had a lot of fun for Animal Crossing, but I just don't feel like that's a Game of the Year, because I feel like Game of the Year is something with like awesome story mixed in with a lot of stuff and on top of gameplay elements. There's not really a story other than you're just here, pay your fucking rent, mortgage, or whatever. Oh god, I got P echo. Eco. Oh Jesus.
Wow! You can shoot fireballs when you're powered up with yellow eco.
Good, P. Shoot fireballs when you got P. Where's John? He'd be like, this looks like P. I haven't finished, and I'm going to eventually go back to playing Doom Eternal at some point and see how it goes. Yet I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, there's a lot of people that be like, that's perfect. It's the perfect game. And it came out at a perfect time during the beginning of a pandemic that really just was rough on a lot of people.
Really teary at the funeral. Like, oh, I gotta get changed back now!
But it's not like the game of the year. I think it's a game of something, like not a year, but like it definitely deserves some awards. And as I said, I know it sounds stupid, but I don't feel like saying Final Fantasy VII Remake's game of the year because it's just a remake. Like, it's really good. I love it, and it's kind of it's rewriting its own story a little bit, adding some stuff. But I don't know. I feel like a remastered is just, to me, doesn't really count. But then again, hard to say. No, I'm like the worst person to talk about Game of the Year stuff because really my opinions are all over the goddamn place. Play a lot of games. I'm not as picky as a lot of people. And I'm not really good with the whole mechanics and that knowledgeable of all this extra shit. I'm just like, did I have fun with it? Sure. I never looked that deeply into it.
Shoot those rat nests to stop the rats from coming out.
Build their home. Destroy them. Oh, God.
Step 1, stay alive. Step 2,
Yeah, I had fun with Sure. My favorite game. Sure is game of the year. Damn it. Jump to the rock. It's easier that way. Yeah, I didn't hit R1 to roll. Yeah, it's fine. I wanted to be down here. Plus, out of all the games, I think Game of the Year, like, it's all rigged. We should know Deadly Premonition 2 was Game of the Year. That came out this year, right? That game doesn't win Best Frames Per Second award. I'm pissed. All bullshit. Yeah, it's not even on the list. It fucking sucks. I was upset because I don't know if Dragon Quest, the last Dragon Quest game in the series, the main one, I always forget what number they're on. I don't even know if that won anything because I don't remember seeing it. I think I remember it getting nominated for like sound or something. I can't remember, but I was like certain games that I have a lot of fun with and stuff I never hear anything about. at the Game Awards. They just overlooked for all these like big games. Bigger games. And I'm like, come on. Deadly Premonition's a treat. Why is Yakuza never up there? Or maybe it is, I don't know. Or it came out not in the right time frame for it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you trying to lick at, sir? Up for feeling better. It's not. If the game I want isn't the perfect game, I'm gonna fucking set my house on fire. It's like, calm down. It's just a fucking video game. But I want to win. My God, this man's insane. That's how people are, though. People are like, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit because this game isn't perfect. It's not the way I want it to be. Well, you don't know how busy I've been sucking the right people off to get it to win something. No, you've just been sucking the people off. That doesn't mean that Yakuza's gonna win. Yeah, it's usually something like that. No, that was just because I saw something like that on Twitter where someone was making a joke because there was a lot of people like that. It's like, if Cyberpunk doesn't hit these certain things that I want, I'm gonna fucking set my house on fire and just fucking go on a rampage. Like it was a joke tweet because they were making the people that are taking shit way too seriously. I think the only thing my pet peeve is people getting mad at people liking games, certain games. Like, oh, how dare you like this game? You know, this game sucks, but it's, you know, it's all opinion based. Like, if I don't enjoy Cyberpunk nearly as much as, like, Brandon does, I'm not gonna be like, wow, Brandon loves a shit game. It's like, cool, I'm glad he's happy. Glad it's everything he wanted. But people don't understand that. Aaron's not allowed to like the game that I didn't enjoy as much. I don't think I have. Yeah, pretty much with the Tsushima thing, winning viewer's choice. Well, with its change in gameplay for Yakuza, it definitely deserves it. I'm glad we went to here because now I might be able to afford all the Oracle things as I spike myself. Well, at least we can chill out and have some fun after getting super fucking pissed today at Shinobi. Oh my god. I'm surprised DK even came back to the stream. I thought he'd have a headache after listening to the amount of times I bitched. Impact is there too. I always do the right thing, but I just can never get the right step. I always fuck it up. Well, I'm glad you did, because all I did was bitch and moan over stupid shit, and then gave up. Even though I'm like at the finals, I was just done. I had enough. I wasn't having... It just stopped being fun. Like, there's no point in playing a game I'm just gonna bitch at. It's pretty much Gears tactics all over again. Maybe Brandon and DK are the same person, except... Well, never mind. Brandon actually, for some reason, will spend money on me every once in a blue moon. When he's... For some fucking reason. Like, DK's more insane because he doesn't, has no idea who I am personally. God, we barely found any. One's break the tethers on the Zeppelins, which I've done once. Yeah, we did Judgment for a bit. There were some funny little moments in there. I can't exactly remember. We didn't do a whole lot. We just did some side case. Oh, right. We dealt with the master pervert. There was literally, like, Giant Impact, which was just a nude man, an old 78-year-old showing off his penis. And he had a leaf over his crotch, and I had to beat him up. It was that. That was my day. Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. We just did a little bit of things. Beat up a bunch of stuff, progressed the story a bit, and then I just...
It's an ambush!
And I was like, alright. Enough, because I was like, fuck playing the PS2, like, playing Shinobi. I'll come up with another thing. I really need to get that Legacy of Kain game working so I can eventually do that, but for the time being I might play a different game for the next PS2 stuff. Don't watch anyone play it. It'll be available tomorrow, isn't it? Like, I forget. I thought it was like releasing on PC at like 7 or something PM tomorrow. Yeah, 7 PM later today. I'm probably not streaming it tomorrow. I'm gonna probably stream it on Thursday of its actual like planned release date. Just because of, I gotta test everything from my computer. I gotta make sure it'll actually work. If I don't get the Legacy of Kain game working, DK will be disappointed in me. Plus, I've heard nothing but good things, and I trust DK's judgment on for most stuff. Might be one thing he might fuck with me on, say it's a good game, and I'll hate it. Good, so you get 2 hours, 1 hour, like an hour and a half to play it. What am I looking at over there? Down here now. And I'm dead. Man, I'm dying a lot. I just fucking suck. Sounds about right. It's an ambush. Oh, he didn't say it this time. It's an ambush, Jak. Why would we set up the ambush spot where this yellow eco keeps appearing? I don't know. Can't hit that, so off I go. Making that jump. What am I thinking? I have a few ideas for my next PS2 thing now that I've completely given up on Shinobi. Not entirely sure. I'm gonna just have to either completely random pick something though. I would say something preferably easy, but it never turns out to be easy because after the beginning part of the game, it just becomes a shit show for me in any PS2 game. Then DK tells me tips on what to do, I disappoint him, and the cycle just completely repeats itself every day. Make that. Fucking idiot never learns. Why doesn't he learn? Try to teach a brick wall. Fuck you. Ow. Believe it or not, don't touch those. You would never have guessed. But you shouldn't touch them.
I just love the mud. Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts.
Oh, you do?
Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker
Got his
varmints
neck.
grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farty will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out?
Do you want to play?
Good.
Fuck.
Those rats will be back in.